to create additional income, help others, as well as to leave a legacy. And out of my professional career, some of you know that I'm already into modeling and beauty pageants, and I just represented Malaysia in the International Pageant Platform in Toronto, Canada. And I'm proud to share with you that I was awarded 3 titles: the Elite Nova Cosmo Worldwide 2024 First Runner-Up, Best National Costume, beating 22 other contestants from different countries, and the Best Motivational Speaker. Right, that's a little bit about me. Thank you for the heart, President. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks. Right, okay, now before we get started, I'd like to remind everyone a few things. So please keep sharing the Zoom link with your contacts and invite more prospects to join us for this session today. To help ease with identification, please rename your IDs with your names and followed by your countries. And please keep your microphones muted throughout the presentation to ensure a smooth and uninterrupted presentation. And lastly, if we reach 100 participants and above, at the end of the session, we will have the lucky draw. So stay with us till the end. You might be the lucky winner today. Right. Okay, so as I mentioned last week, there have been some changes to the format of this session. So for this week, there will be no presentation on the company profile and marketing plan. While I'm talking to you, please keep sharing the link here. So for this week, there'll be no presentation on the company profile, no marketing plan. However, I'm thrilled to announce that we have a special VIP today, VVIP, I'm sorry. Dr. GOKULA Mohan, an expert in the realm of stem cell research, who will be joining us today. Before I invite him, let me give you some introduction about this VVIP for today, yeah? So let me check first. Give me a second. Yes, he's already online, so I think I'll proceed with the introduction. Right. Yeah, before I give you the introduction, perhaps you want to quickly grab a pen and a paper, because after this, he's going to give you a wonderful insight into stem cells, research and whatnot. So please get your papers and pens ready so that you can take down some important notes, all right? So let me give you some introduction. Dr. GOKULA Mohan is a distinguished academic and entrepreneur with a robust background in biochemistry, stem cell biology, and epigenetics. He graduated with a Bachelor's of Science honors in biochemistry from the University of Malaya, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia in 2005. His academic excellence was further recognized when he received the National Scholarship to pursue a PhD in medical genetics at the University of Glasgow, UK in 2007. His doctoral research focused on stem cell clinical biology and epigenetics and obtained his PhD degree in 2011. In 2012, Dr. Mohan joined the University of Malaya in Malaysia as a senior lecturer in the Faculty of Science. His expertise spans stem cells, epigenetics, and nanotechnology, leading to significant contributions in developing diagnostic tools for regenerative medicine. As the founder of Stemness Asia, Dr. Mohan established an academy dedicated to training medical professionals in regenerative medicine. Beyond his academic and professional pursuits, he manages multiple businesses in functional food supplements, natural products, and stem cell-related products, reflecting his commitment to advancing science and improving health through innovative solutions. So please join me in welcoming our VVIP for today, Dr. GOKULA Mohan from University of Malaya, Malaysia. Hello, Doctor.
Hi, Selvi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. We are honored to have you with us today, Doctor. It's over to you.
Thank you so much, Selvi. It's very nice to hear about your event in Toronto, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much again once to Selvi, our host today. Greetings, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to wherever you are. Just let me know if you cannot hear me clearly. So, Selvi, can you hear me clear?
Yes, yes, very clear. You're very clear,
Okay.
Doctor.
All right. Thank you very much, PHYTOSCIENCE, for the invitation. It's an honor here to be with such an inspiring group that can come live on a Zoom at such an hour in Malaysia at 11 and much later in other countries. And I saw Australia as 5 a.m. So it's such an inspiring group. Also, our network business family and new prospects, if you're here, welcome. You're going to be blown away with what I'm going to share with you, not because of my talk, not because of my credibility, but just how good the products are and what you have in your hands. Today we dive into a revolution that is in the hands of the doctors first. The doctors started talking about the products that you are using now, the ingredients in the products. And it's now widespread that we have this product in the market that can reach a global scale. So together in this talk or in this discussion session that we'll be having, we will be exploring in very simple terms. I'm not going to be talking about the science in such a detail, but I will be translating the science into simple language so that you can understand what the product is about. And I'm hoping towards the end of the talk, you can be proud of what you have. Now, most of you, like Selvish, has been here for 2 years. I know Dato really very well, and he's been in PHYTOSCIENCE for a very, very long time. You have seen the miracle of the product that I'm going to talk about today, called Crystal Cell. But how much do you know of the product? And today, it's not about convincing you how good the product is, but to tell you a little bit of science and make you believe more in it, make you be brave about sharing this product and also consume them for yourself. All right. Now, so I'm going to share my slides. Selvi, can you help me here, or can I just share it?
Yeah, you can share it. You can share it.
Okay.
Because you're already the co-host, so you can share it.
Yes, good, great. Okay, can you?
Yes, I can see. Yeah, your screen. Yeah, you have to make it into slideshow. Slideshow.
Good. Can you see now?
Yes. Yes. Now it's good.
Okay, great. And you see my video as well, yeah?
I don't see a video, but I see something says crystal cell redefining.
Correct.
Oh yeah, I see your face too. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Okay, good. So we've passed this stage. So I'm going to let this close down. Just let me get going. Okay.
Just a minute, Doctor. While waiting for Doctor to prepare, please keep sharing the link. Yeah, because we are almost. Yeah, we've reached 100 participants now.
Amazing.
Great.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Today's talk, if you see the slide here, is actually Crystal Cell redefining the youthful health. Now, there is one bad part of my career. Everyone asks me this question. Almost everybody that I meet, and I give them a talk about stem cells, I give them a talk about plant stem cells, and they ask me this. Now, Dr. Mohan, what is the secret of staying young? How do I stay young as long as possible? Almost every time when I meet someone, it could be a coffee session, it could be a conference talk, it could be any talk. Because I'm in the field of anti-aging, in the field of stem cell, in the field of plant stem cell, I get this question. Again, I repeat the question, yeah? Dr. Mohan, how do I stay young? Before diving into the products of PHYTOSCIENCE, I tend to give this answer that if you want to stay young, stay single. If you get married and if you have such a commitment, you start to age faster. I tend to just joke it off. But now I have a very simple answer. If you want to stay young, trust on us, trust Crystal Cell. And it is science-backed and it's something that can actually change or transform life. Hence today's talk, and the title will be Redefining Youthful Health, which means not only staying young, but also staying as healthy as possible. Right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your time. And today I will be sharing with you the secret of Crystal Cell in my talk for the next 30 minutes. Right. Now, in today's discovery session, I will be going through with you about understanding something called the metabolic performance. Let me put my pointer up here. What your optimum body needs, the fountain of youth, Crystal Cell itself, stem cell technology, then I'll go to benefits of stem cell and then the dosage suggestion. All right. Now, you can keep your questions and answers, questions for me till the end, or any discussion if you want, or any sharing session that you have that you would like to add to my presentation towards the end, and then we can all go through into a discussion. Right? Now, like I said, today's talk is going to be about crystal cell, but in honest truth, it's not about the product. You have in your hands a product so strong that I am going to say this word. Today, it's about you. It's all about you and what you have. Now, if I told you you have something that is going to change not only your life, but the way you explore opportunities, the way you take potential into your hand, the way you live for the next 30 years, and how you can actually change your lifestyle and become as happy as possible, whether if you are a working professional, or you are a father and mother, or you are working for somebody and you need to help everyone in the organization, anybody, and it's about you. Now, to become the best version of yourself, number one, you must be as healthy as possible. You must be as strong, and you must have as much as energy to be able to get out all of that. Now, for years and years and years, science, if I be a little bit more specific, for about 40 years, science has been exploring potential products that can give you this secret of staying as young as possible, as healthy as possible. So today's talk, besides just discussing a crystal cell as a product, it's all about you. Try to keep that in your mind. All right. Now, I'm going to start a little bit of the science behind why this product works. Right. Now, there's something called the metabolic cell performance. Right. And how well the cell performs in carrying out the function, in carrying out everything that is done inside the tissue, is very important and is the key to reducing aging and staying as healthy as possible. In short, to increase your longevity, right? So metabolism is probably something you heard before, is how your body takes in food and oxygen and the nutrients they have and turn them into energy. This is very basic. So all of us, if you say the term, I have a high metabolism or I have a low metabolism, now just means that I can use all my nutrients and optimize the turnaround and produce energy. Now, however, science has moved one step further to look at the cell. Now, we want the cell here in any tissues of the organ to produce high amount of energy to fight to fight diseases and to increase your immune system. Sorry, but this is aging and repair and regeneration, right? So technically, we want the cell to perform 100%, all right? So here, what it means is it refers to how your cells are doing a job at creating and using energy. So for healthy cells, it works like a battery. As long as you generate them efficiently and keep your body going, it can just move on and actually produce many, many things that is required. Now, in this way, the cells are performing at a high peak. They are very, very healthy, and therefore they can have enough energy to do everything. Now, if you don't, in contrary, and if your cell is performing at a very low capacity, now this is where the trouble starts. You will be aging faster. You will be very prone to illnesses. You will have lack of energy and you feel a very big fatigue. And your skin, your aging will be shown in your skin, right? Now, try to imagine how you felt between 18 years old to 25. Unless if you're really 18 and 25 and you're here, then okay, you probably don't get me. But some of the rest of you, if you try to think of how you were at between 18 to 25 years old, what kind of energy levels did you have? I always give this example. Now, you could have slept at 4 a.m. in the morning when you are 20, 22, 23 years old and wake up in the morning and still feel fresh. Now, the reason you can feel such is because your cell is working at an optimum level that is so beautiful. It's thinking, it's moving, and it's producing enough energy to wake you up, to keep you going, right? Now, so this is called cell performance. Now, if you are already a PHYTOSCIENCE member, I am as well. So if you're already a PHYTOSCIENCE member, you can start talking to your prospect, thinking about cell performance. Now, but if you're a new prospect coming here to see how beautiful and what we have, then try to think about increasing your self-performance and see how you can go with that, right? Now, I've got a little explanation in terms of if you see the table on your right, and age groups, right? So if people below 25 years, scientific research has shown that your cell metabolic performance is about 98%. And this is the best part. So every human being, we are peak between 18 to 25. Now, between 25 to 35, still not bad, 82%. And then from 35 to 45, you got a drop to 65%. And then from 45 to 55 years, you actually drop even further, 48%. Now, and trouble starts above 55, below 25%. Now, we've seen in population-based studies, even in Malaysia, that numbers are not as good even as these. People at 35 to 45 years can even have as low as 40%. Now, if your cells are working below 50%, you have just accelerated your aging process by about 20-25 years. So instead of living a healthy lifestyle to about 70, you're starting to get diseases at 45 to 50 years old. So you need to think of your cells as batteries. The more you charge them, they function optimally, right? They are able to power everything. They are able to check your skin. They can check again diseases. They can reduce aging. They can find many things. All right. Now, which category are you at? Now you got to consider. Now, if you're between 35 to 45, you are at 65% cell metabolic performance. Let me say it in simple terms again. Between 35 to 45, if your cell is working at 65% capacity, the question is, how can I push that? How can I make that reach 90%, 85%? Yes, many of them out there will be relying on supplements such as vitamin B, C, and the mainstream supplements, which is not bad. Now, but it cannot push your metabolic performance up. It can maintain them, but it cannot push them up. Now, so with this mindset of thinking that cells are batteries, I got to keep charging them. I got to keep pushing them to make sure they stay at an optimum level. Is very important, right? Another link is this. Another very important link is how the metabolic performance is actually linked to the natural stem cell in your body. Now, I put this little star illustration here. You have, when you're born with 100% naturally occurring stem cell in your body. As you age, this stem cell drops. If you can see, if you have 0, then it goes to your teen years, then it goes to your 20s, and then your 45s, and then your 60s. Your stem cell drop from 100% to 40% to 25%, then right up to 5%. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not about consuming stem cell. It's not about taking stem cells as a treatment. It is the naturally occurring stem cell in your tissue, in the blood, that helps you to stay as young and healthy as possible. Now, research has shown that many people at 45 has less than 10% of stem cells, right? So you must understand, besides, let me go up once, besides powering your cells and the batteries, like batteries, you need to maintain the natural occurring stem cell in your body. All right, so let's recap a little bit before I go on to the next slide. So I have 2 components here. Number 1, I need to increase my cell performance. Number 2, I need to maintain my natural stem cell in the body. 2 things we need to achieve. I repeat one more time. Don't mind me repeating. I'm just imprinting this in your mind. We need 2 things to stay as young and healthy as possible. Number 1 is to increase your cell performance. Number 2 is to maintain the population of natural stem cell in your body. Now, if you can get these 2 things working together and maintaining them, then you are staying as young as possible, as long as possible. Now, it's very important to be able to keep these 2 concepts. All right. 1, increase metabolic performance of the cell. Number 2, maintain natural stem cells. All right. Now, if you have the 2 theories, or in practical, the 2 things application of it working perfectly fine, right? So what you get is an optimum human body, and this optimum human body actually requires a special formula, that has things that can reduce the inflammation in your body. I'm sure all of you know one of the biggest factor in disease is actually inflammation. When you have high levels of inflammation in your body, you tend to increase aging, you tend to lead to several diseases, organ failures, so on and so forth. So an optimum human body requires a special formula to reduce inflammation, to increase the energy levels efficiently. Now, to repair any DNA damage. Now, what is this? Every time you're exposed to the sun, every time you're exposed to a certain kind of lifestyle, you're actually inducing DNA damage. And in the body, there's this DNA repair mechanism or DNA repair enzyme that helps to repair all the DNA damage. Now, if the enzyme fails to repair the DNA damage because they don't have enough energy, then you may lead to diseases such as cancer and other sort of mutation-related diseases as well, right? So reduce inflammation, increase energy, repair DNA damage. We have to reduce the aging process. In the body now is well established by scientists that there is 12 mechanism or 12 process that increases the aging in your body or in your cell, and you want to reduce that or keep them as low as possible. And then you want to carry out repair and regeneration of your tissue. Your tissue and repair, every time the cells are old, you must change them to new cells. You must make sure that cells are always optimal, and this must be continuously done. Now, what we see in people is this. When they reach about 35, 40, their repair and regeneration slows down. They only repair, very little repair is being done, and all they do is just maintaining, and slowly going down and down in terms of the aging process. So you want to make sure you're doing repair and regenerate of tissue, which means converting your old cells in your tissue or your organ into new cells. Now, we must be able to fight diseases and make sure our immune system is as strong as possible. To prevent hormone imbalances, we need that as well, and also to boost the natural stem cells in your body. So ultimately, for anybody, whether you are facing a critical disease or you're having a chronic situation, or you are healthy and reaching an age where you're above 30 and you need something to feel better. All of this is an important point. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, we need these 8 factors working together, and then you try to achieve anti-aging. You try to achieve a healthy lifestyle for as long as that you can, right? Now, so what science has done is we've gone down to find natural compounds or natural products that can reduce inflammation. We have gone to find what can increase my energy levels, what can boost my natural stem cells. Now, what can prevent my hormone balances? So how does science do this? Number one, we find so many compounds from so many different sources, and we try to do an experiment to see, okay, does it reduce inflammation? Does it help with cardiovascular? Does it help with hormone imbalances? Does it help with aging, right? So in summary, I'm going to show you the next slide that will sound a little bit scientific, but I think it's very important that you know. And I will be able to relate that slide later on to this thing that we're trying to achieve, right? Now, if you're following me here, I want you to focus. What are we trying to achieve in yourself and your prospects? Is all of this here, right? So science have gone out and they've found what helps with this. There are these compounds that you can actually find from plants or plant stem cell. Quercetin, you got hydrocinamic acids, you got procyanidins, dihydrochalacones, you got resveratrols, catechins, and anthocyanins, and this is called microRNA. Now, so don't worry too much about the science word. You don't really need to use these words. But what I'm trying to tell you is to achieve what you see here, science has gone out to actually find the little compounds that can help you with each one of these. And these are the compounds that are proven by science. They are, number one, proven by science. They're clinically proven. These are the products that can be found in different sources. Now, imagine taking all of these products that can actually help you and putting them into one formula, right? Imagine taking, this is called microRNA. You can Google them up or you can study them slowly. very interesting compound that can help in longevity. Now, if I can take microRNA from a source, I can take anthocyanins, I can take resveratrol and hydrocinamic acid. If I can put them all together, I am technically going to achieve this, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have from this slide here is brilliantly put together in a very, very special formula by the best scientists in the world, Dr. Fred Zulli and Jonathan F. Hull, something called crystal cell. Therefore, I call it the fountain of youth, because every ingredient in crystal cell, the origin of stem cell, is actually fighting the signs of aging. It is increasing the metabolic performance of your cell and actually keeping the natural stem cells in your body as long as possible. Now, science has come for a long time, and this product has taken about 30 years of research. And Dr. Fred Zulli is a mentor and also a scientist that I looked after there in my time as a student. We actually wrote assignment papers about Dr. Fred Zulli. Dr. Fred Zulli is from Mibelle Biochemistry, Switzerland, and these components that is put together in crystal cell is actually what you see here. All of this that you find is inside crystal cell. But in simple terms, how do you put it? How do you remember what is inside there? Now, so in my next slides and a few slides to come, I will be discussing about crystal cell and what is inside crystal cell and how it benefits people. Right? Now, crystal cell by the medical field is known as the revolution to your cell. Right? It is designed to increase the metabolic performance of your cell. Now, but what is actually inside crystal cell? What is actually inside crystal cell? And this is where I am going to probably solidify your knowledge about it, or maybe correct what you already know about it and show you what is actually inside. Now, there's two big components of crystal cell. First is the high value nutrient from plant stem cell. So these nutrients come from the plant stem cell. And another one is high value nutrient from the plants itself. So there's two different components. There are nutrients that we extract from plant stem cells, and there are nutrients that we extract from plants. For example, the first part here, the high value nutrients that we extract comes from apple stem cell and grape stem cell. Very special grapes that comes from France, right? And together we also put some phytonutrients that comes from tomato, acai berry, and blueberry. So basically, whatever that you see in this slide here comes from the different sources of these two and these three things, right? Now, so basically, scientists has different components that have shown that can help you to increase your metabolic performance of the cell. And Dr. Fred Zulli from Mibelle Biochemistry has found natural sources to actually extract these components and put them as a product, right? So let me repeat. You have two parts of crystal cell. One is nutrients from plant stem cell, mainly apple and grape. Second group is actually high value phytonutrients or phytocompounds from tomatoes, acai berry, and blueberry. All right. Now, let me show you a little bit about the research work that is being done. I'm not going to go through in detail, but I'm just going to point out to you. Now, look at this effects of apple stem cells on UVB-induced damaged skin and anti-inflammatory. Now, these are studies done to show you that how excellent stem cell can work in reducing inflammation. In this case, is also a cancer study. Now, next one here, also preventive and chemo cancer studies on apple bioactive compounds from apple stem cells. Now, another one in apple, to maintain human adult stem cell. So the apple stem cell is used to maintain the naturally occurring human adult stem cell in you. And that human stem cell can increase the regenerative potential. So technically, plant stem cell component, specifically apple, is used or consumed to maintain your natural adult stem cell in your body. And if you can maintain your natural adult stem cell in the body, you can reduce aging by 50–60%. So this is something very, very important. And research has gone on to show us many things. Even if you see here, grape extract, anti-cancer and antioxidant properties. Now, all of this work points to cancer, points to cardiovascular, points to anti-aging, points to stem cell. So technically, you have a very, very value-rich compounds that can actually help the body fight diseases, can help the body maintain and increase your immunity, and also reduce aging. All right, so it's very important to understand. Now, I'm only citing 4 slides here, but there are over 2,000 studies to back apple stem cell and grape stem cell in different diseases and in different conditions as well, right? So now, yes, apple stem cell, yes, plant stem cell. Now, there are so many products in the market that actually says, yes, we have apple stem cell products. Now, you must understand, crystal cell has nutrients from the plant stem cell. It's extracted out from the plant stem cell and put into your sachets that you take under your tongue, the powder, right? But how is it different? How is crystal's plant stuff different from the rest in the market? Now, you must understand there's only one technology in the world that is proven to be as efficiently to extract components from the plant stem cell, and that is known as the PHYTOCELL-Tech. And PHYTOCELL-Tech is actually developed by Dr. Fred Zulli by Mibelle Biochemistry in Switzerland. Now, this technology is able to plant the plant stem cell in huge numbers and to extract the nutrient as effectively as possible. Now, let me talk you through a little bit as quick as possible I can do and as simple as possible. Now, basically, the plant stem cell from grapes and apple are actually in this petri dish. They take a small part. And then you look, this is the most important step. This plant is wounded to produce fully formed callus. So technically, they create a wound on this little plant so that you can form the tissue. And technically, why they do the wound is because the plant then will produce so many compounds to help it recover. And that's where the technology is. And from there, it grows from a close-up of callus tissue. It starts growing. We put some into culture media. And then when you have a lot of this plant stem culture in the liquid, you can actually extract all the nutrients. Now, if you don't wound the plant at this point, you are going to get a very natural occurring plant stem cell, and there will be not enough compounds that you can extract. Now, but the PHYTOCELL-Tech technology is so robust and strong that once they do this technique of wounding the plant at the stem cell level, when the plant stem cell grows, it's growing full of compounds that can actually be extracted and concentrated in what you see in your crystal cell. Now, so if you're trying to put crystal cell in a market segment, you must understand crystal cell is not a standalone product. It comes because of its PHYTOCELL-Tech technology. And what is PHYTOCELL-Tech technology? It's actually a technology that produces plant stem cell in a large amount so that we can extract the very high value compounds from the plant stem cell. So in this case, they got apple and grapes, and we can grow them in such big numbers, in such big concentration that we can actually get the extracts out. Now, if you're asking me, now, is this a synthetic process? Not at all. Remember, it's a very natural process for the plant to produce compounds. And when they have a little wound, they just accelerate producing all these good high-value components that can help the plant to recover. And what we're doing is to extract them out to be used into your body, right? Now, so I've put a little summary here, what stem cell can do. It's a little bit wordy, but if you notice, I put some research background here. So everything is backed by research. Number one is an antioxidant properties. They can actually neutralize free radicals, tick. So if you're talking about crystal cell, number one, start antioxidant. Number two, very, very important. Almost no product in the market or in the world can stimulate human stem cells. This can be done because they have something called the microRNA from the apple stem cell that can actually increase the proliferation of the human stem cell. Now, again, why do we need to stimulate the human stem cell? If you can stimulate the human stem cell, you can reduce the signs of aging because the human stem cell can help to repair and regenerate. So number one, again, antioxidant. Number two, stimulate human stem cells. Number three, nutrient supply. You have all these polyphenols, peptides, and amino acids that can support health and vitality of the human cells. It's like a high value nutrient that the cell needs, right? Now, anti-aging and regeneration. Besides stimulating human stem cells, you can actually stimulate anti-aging and regeneration. So most of them are for your skin elasticity, reduce signs of aging. So most of crystal cells benefit was also going to your skin and to improve the elasticity of your skin. And it's proven where people using crystal cell in a clinical study have seen that if within 3 months, you've seen your epidermal skin layer actually improve tremendously, and the elasticity of the skin as well, right? Now, increased cell and metabolic performance. Now, this is what you want. Very importantly, it is able to support mitochondrial health. Now, mitochondria is an organelle inside your cell that produces energy or ATP. So if you can increase or keep your mitochondria inside your cell as healthy as possible, you're going to be able to produce a lot of energy. Now, this is very, very important. And if you can do that, you're going to reduce the oxidative stress damage in critical organs such as brain, heart, and liver. Now, I already said about inflammation. You can also increase wound healing. The growth factors like cytokines, they can help with promoting cell repair during inflammation. Now, and finally, once you take crystal cell for a period of time, you are able to prevent age-related disorders. Now, the bioactive compounds over time will reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which is actually the major contributors of disease such as arthritis, Alzheimer's, and cardiovascular disease. Now, let me take you back again this slide. So, when I first consume crystal cell, what does it do? Right? It cannot do everything together. Now, so this is the beauty of the product. When you first take crystal cell, in the first 4 weeks to 6 weeks, you are technically taking this one here. Antioxidant properties, nutrient supply, number 2. You're going with increasing metabolic performance and wound healing. So in the first 6 weeks, technically, crystal cell is helping you to reduce inflammation, get your nutrient supply in not from the main food that you eat, like your rice and protein and so on, all these micronutrients that you need them. And third is actually increasing your metabolic performance of your cell. Now, after a period of 6 weeks, okay, let me just repeat that. I tend to repeat myself. I'm very sorry. Let's look at this again. When I take crystal cell for the first weeks, what is happening to your body? Crystal cell is helping you to increase your antioxidant, reduce your inflammation in your body, give you the micronutrient that your cell needs. It is increasing your mitochondrial capacity, hence your cell performance. And then it comes to your second phase after the 6 weeks when you continue taking them. Now, when you continue taking them, your body has reached to a point that is performing above 70% just in 6 weeks, clinically proven. And then after the 6 weeks, you're stimulating your human stem cells naturally. So I always tell people that I know that is taking crystal cell, do not stop. Your first 6 weeks is very, very important. And after 6 weeks, you are actually achieving a secondary effect or second phase effect, if you like to call it, where you are actually stimulating your human stem cells. And from there, the third effect in 6 to 8 months is to prevent age-related disorder. So you need to trust the process of taking crystal cell. Try to think about this in this way. Phase 1, 6 weeks, what am I trying to achieve? Phase 2, what am I trying to achieve? And phase 3, what am I trying to achieve? If I repeat myself again, phase 1, everything about reducing inflammation, about providing nutrients as much as possible and increasing your metabolic performance. Phase 2, stimulating your own natural stem cells. Phase 3, preventing age-related disorder. Now, if you are in phase 3, you have now reaped the benefits of anti-aging. And this is very, very important. Not only anti-aging, you actually push any diseases such as cardiovascular and Alzheimer's and so on, right? Now, it's very important to understand this part. So, ladies and gentlemen, this summary of crystal cell, you must be able to think about it in terms of phase 1 or stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3, right? Now, crystal cell actually represents the next evolution of metabolic enhancement from a very innovative plant stem cell technology called PHYTOCELL tech. It is backed by science. Crystal cell actually offers the only way or the only natural pathway to optimizing your metabolic performance. So as a scientist here, I 100% endorse this product because what you see inside this product are little scientific components or compounds that can help you boost your cell performance. So it's very important to understand that the medical field considers it a revolution to the cell, something the cell needs and something the cell has been lacking for years and years and years. All right. Now, another component of my talk today is something known as the synergistic effect. What we have found is, remember the stage 1 or phase 1, stage 2 and stage 3 of crystal cell. When we are taking these crystal cells for these different stages, we found a synergistic effect with one of our other products called the Snowfield 40. Now, basically a Snowfield is a nanotechnology based spirulina. It's called Snowfield because the spirulina is actually coated with a frozen nanotechnology product that to increase the detoxification of your body and cell. Now, the synergistic effect here, what we found is we are able to increase the efficiency of crystal cell by using Snowfield 40 together. So when people consume crystal cell without the Snowfield, we find the stage 1 moving to stage 2 to 3 is slightly slowed down. However, when you use Snowfield and crystal cell together, and what happens is now you have this synergistic effect, and Snowfield is helping crystal cell to increase its efficiency, right? I already said it's a nanotechnology based product, and the main purpose of it is to increase the efficiency of detoxification. Now, half the time we age is due to the toxins in your body. So Snowfield is one of the products that can actually carry out cellular detoxification, not only serum or blood. Now, every time people say, oh, I've got any detoxification, it's only from your blood or serum. You need to be able to do it from at the cellular level. Now, you must be able to remove chemicals, pollutants, other toxins as well. Now, it also promotes general wellness and health, prepares the cells to increase its efficiency and from crystal cell, and also reduce inflammation. Now, there are several clinical case review studies using Snowfield. People with lack of red blood cells, people with certain blood diseases have actually have tremendous improvement after consuming Snowfield. So you must understand there's a synergistic effect. It's not crystal cell helping Snowfield, but Snowfield increasing the efficiency of crystal cell. So by incorporating these two products together, PHYTOSCIENCE and Mibelle Biochemistry have a strong formula to achieve anti-aging and disease-free life, right? Now, so there is this recommended intake of or consumption of crystal cell. For healthy individual, what is actually recommended is 1 sachet in the morning, 1 sachet in the afternoon. And for non-critical health problems, 2 sachets in the morning of crystal cell on an empty stomach, and 1 sachet of Snowfield in the afternoon. However, in critical disease and health issue, we strongly recommend 2 sachets in the morning in empty stomach and 2 sachets in the afternoon after lunch for crystal cell, and 1 sachet in the morning and 1 sachet in the afternoon for critical health. Now, I'm sure many of you members of PHYTOSCIENCE have actually seen the miraculous effect of what crystal cell and Snowfield can do and the dosage that is given to people. And you probably can share it after the talk today in terms of your discussion, right? Now, why are we a standout in the wellness industry? Let me tell you, crystal cell is actually a standout in the wellness industry. It is a product that none else can match because of the science behind it. So it is scientifically proven. The technologies are all patented. The ingredients are not only scientifically proven, they're clinically proven, which means they've taken and used it for cardiovascular patients, for other diseases as well. And there's really amazing achievement that what you can get. Now, and all the ingredients are actually pharmaceutical grade. Although these products are registered under a functional food. They're actually pharmaceutical grade quality. And we actually have real life case reviews. And there's always continuous product knowledge support from the Mibelle Biochemistry team in Switzerland, PHYTOSCIENCE team in Malaysia, to increase and put the best product out in the market, right? So it is a standard product that can actually increase cell metabolic performance and also maintain your natural occurring human stem cells, all right? Now, what you have in your hands is actually an opportunity to reboot your health and to live a meaningful life. So like I said, it's all about you and how you approach the remaining years of your life and what you can do now, all right? Now, take this opportunity. Try to reflect in the idea of what you are trying to achieve in your life. Now, think about this word called health span. We have moved from lifespan, which you mean you can live to about 90 years or so on and so forth. But you probably start to get a certain disease when you're 45. Now, but we don't want that. We want you to be as healthy as possible, as long as possible. Now, for example, you have any sort of illness towards 80, 85 years old, and then you live the remaining life, right? So we want you to be as healthy as possible, as long as possible, and that is something called the health span. We want you to be able to take this opportunity and be brave, not only for yourself, but also to be able to share this secret formula that we have to as many prospects as possible so that they can also benefit. Now, remember, by sharing this or by consuming, number one, you are helping yourself. And number two, you are helping countless people there, whether they are professionals or whether they are family members or whoever that will actually improve, right? Now, I myself have seen people that actually have taken Crystal Cell and seen a difference in their life. And the longer they take them, they start to be more confident. They start to be less sick. They have more energy and less fatigue, and therefore they can live their fullest potential. All right. Now, with that, I would like to end my talk today. I would also like to say thank you very much to PHYTOSCIENCE for inviting me for this talk. And it's a pleasure being here. Like I said, it's such an inspiring group and a network business family that is thriving using a very, very good product and helping so many people around the world, right? Thank you very much. And I'm here around to stay for a few questions and discussion if you would like me to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much once again. Over to you, host Selvi.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Mohan, for that informative sharing. We have an amazing crowd of 208 participants because you're here. So we need you to come more often. Right. Doctor, do you want to open up for question and answer session now?
Yes, I'm free. And
how many questions would you like to answer?
I'm okay. I will follow what you normally do. Oh, Sally, can I just add to one thing again? If
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I'm not so sure whether Dr. Billy is okay with this, but we have a continuous sessions like this, and the next talk would be on how Crystal Cell increases your immune system or the efficiency of your immune system. So I'm supposed to put it on a slide, but I thought I better check with the team. But I'm announcing it first.
I can see the thumbs up coming. So Dr. Willie is perfectly all right with that.
It's fine with it, yeah. Okay.
Yes,
so the next series of talk that we're going to do is about very targeted. Okay, how Crystal Cell helps with immune system, and then we move to different angles of the talk. So yes. Thank you.
I think today you gave us a very, very detailed insight on this Crystal Cell product. So I think a lot of people, and you said you endorse the product. So I think that's like a reassurance for all the leaders for today, right? Okay, so probably we can ask take in some questions. So I can see some thumbs up here. President, maybe you want to ask something. You need to unmute yourself. You're okay, right? Any questions? Maybe you need to put up your hand. Okay, Obed Asari.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions? Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, I have a question. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope, from Ghana, everybody is doing well. And I know you are all doing well. Fine. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Mohan, if the name is right. Thank you so much. In fact, I am super excited listening to you, and this really, really helps our work and our business. Now, one of my questions that I wanted to ask is that I remember I met one doctor, and he asked this question that if we claim that our product are stem cells are live cells, they are living cells. How do we have living cells in a formulated formula, like in a sachet? Looking at the products in the sachet, they are not living cells. How can you keep cells alive in a sachet or in a bag? So I don't know if doctor can answer that for me. Can he tell us our stem cells are in a sachet, they are packaged and transported around the place. Are the cells in there alive? If they are not, how do they become alive when they enter the body? How are they stored to keep them alive? I don't know if you can help me. It was a question I couldn't answer. Thank you.
Okay. How do I pronounce your name? Obid?
Obid
sorry.
Asari.
Obid, sorry. Obid, sorry. This is one of the reason I joined PHYTOSCIENCE. Your question itself. So I'm going to clear this miscommunication. And can I share my slides again? Can I just go back to my slides if you don't mind?
Yeah, doctor, please go ahead. Yeah.
All right. Now, what the doctor asked you is correct, right? But we must understand what is inside our slides, what is inside our products itself, right? Here. Now, in crystal cells sachet, we do not have any live plant stem cell. What we have is high value extracts from the plant stem cell, because you cannot keep live stem cells in a powder format. You can't. You have live extracts from the plant stem cell. Now try to think about it and see, this is the plant stem cell. There is no point me keeping this plant stem cell and giving you to consume plant stem cell. It is as equivalent of eating one apple. But what I've done is taken hundreds of apples, plant stem cell, extracted the good components from it and put it into your crystal cell. So now crystal cell has extracts of plant stem cell. Number one, I repeat, extracts of plant stem cell. That means this is my plant cell. Imagine I'm growing them. I take them out in high amounts. Now, you cannot eat 100 apples. The fiber will just do very big harm to your body. However, if I take all those components inside, all the nice chemical compounds inside, natural chemical compounds, sorry, all the phytonutrients from the plant stem cell and give it to you. That's one. Second, I take nutrients from tomatoes, acai berry and blueberry. I process them, I take out the nutrients. I isolate the nutrients and put them into crystal cell. So crystal cell, the powder you get is actually high value compounds from two groups. One, plant stem cell, another one, plants. Now, products out there will mostly have only this. All products out there will have compounds isolated from plant stem cell, but not at high concentration. They will be albeit at a lower concentration. So what the medical doctor asks you is, how do you keep plant stem cell inside the sachet? The answer is, we do not keep plant stem cell inside the sachet. We keep high value extracts or isolates from the plant stem cell, specifically apple and grape. Now, to all PHYTOSCIENCE member and new prospects, we must understand, we need to get this right. We cannot give an information out there that can lose our credibility. Remember, we have a very good product. And again, let me stress, the answer is I have extracts and isolation of apple and grape stem cell in crystal cell. The rest is actually compounds from plants called phytonutrients that we put them together. And now, why do we take them? Because science has proven, for example, if I take microRNA from apple, or if I take anthocyanins, they can actually help me with anti-aging. They can actually reduce inflammation, so on and so forth. All right. So in short, when someone asks you what is inside crystal cell, then the answer is high value nutrient isolated from plant stem cell, high value nutrient isolated from plants such as tomatoes, acai berry, and blueberries. This is the answer. I hope I answered your question there, Obid.
Obid Asari, is that okay? Is that you need to unmute? to speak?
Yeah. In fact,
Yeah, is that
very, very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
okay? Thank you. Thank you for your question, and thank you, Dr. Mohan. I think we have another one, Dr. Karim. He's got questions. I've written down the names, so I'll go one by one. Yeah, please be patient. So, Dr. Karim, you need to unmute yourself.
So
yeah, you can speak.
I think for those who is asking any questions, it would be good that put their video on. That would be appreciated.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Sure.
Hi.
Right. Hello, Dr. Karim.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
please
Hello,
go
Doctor.
ahead with your question.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mohan, for your presentation. I really appreciate it. I was waiting for something like this for a long time, especially that we keep receiving a lot of questions from our members about give us something scientific about your products. That very clear. Every single Zoom we meet people asking us, give us something scientific about your products. I'm really happy with this presentation. I would like really to stress on that point and many other Zooms so we can get more and more information about the scientific background of these things, right? Even we need to translate it into Arabic because our teams are over there in the Middle East and they are really keen to know something, but it will be really strong background if they know a lot about the science background.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And I would like, if we can get this presentation like in PDF or something, then I can put it later on in Arabic. It will help us so much. Appreciate it. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Karim. It's very nice to hear that. Rest assured, we have many talks like this designed, but today's talk, it will be the first series. And slowly, my whole vision is to make the entire members of PHYTOSCIENCE to become a scientist like me, so I can retire.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, just for some of you, since we have 211 participants here, I must tell you that Dr. Mohan is from University Malaya, and I think not many of you know that University Malaya is probably the oldest and the highest ranking public university in Malaysia, and it was founded in 1949, Doctor?
Yeah.
1949, right? And it's
actually started longer than that, but in Singapore.
Right.
As Raffles College here.
Yeah, and a lot of researches are conducted in University Malaya. And in order to get into University Malaya, it's not an easy thing. And Dr. Mohan is there, so we know that he knows his stuff. Yeah. Right. So
may I add to Dr. Karim? May I add to Dr. Karim's comments just now? This PDF, my scientists will make them better, obviously, and make it more clearer with more explanation. This is for a talk, so I shorten it. So they will give you with graphs an explanation of the results, where we'll put one PDF for English and then you can translate to different language. So today's talk was tuned and make it short so that I don't make everyone sleep off with my talk. But it will be called like a science product description, scientific product description. So we're trying to create a manual for each product, starting with crystal cell and snowfield. So Dr. Karim, thank you. We are looking forward to it.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for that. Okay.
Thank you. Sure.
Thank you, Dr. Karim. Thank you, Dr. Mohan. And I think we have another one from Nigeria, another leader. Anka, can you unmute yourself, and probably you need to turn on your camera.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Hello.
It's afternoon here in Nigeria, Lagos, actually. And I thank you for the opportunity to ask this question. It's been an impressive session. I'm truly excited about it. I've been telling everybody I know, just join, just join. Now you can hear the proof, the scientific proof of what we've been talking about. Yes, we've had testimonies, and then people still ask, the doubting Thomases, like we asked them, what is the science behind this? How can we prove that it's not a fluke or someone just deceiving us or placebo effect and all that? And so this really goes to address that. I would like to ask Dr. Mohan, thank you very much for your work on the issue of a dosage. I was speaking with someone, a lawyer recently, who had issues with glaucoma, despite the fact that we've had scores and scores of testimonies in my team. Professor Adeloye has had plenty of testimonies concerning that. He wanted to know how much of what he should take. And we don't want to say, yes, because it's natural, take as much as possible. That is number one. Secondly, someone asked me, if I'm pregnant and I have issues, when and how much of crystal cell and snowflake forward is safe for me to take? I couldn't really answer that. And so I was like, I'll find out and I'll get back to you. Those are two pressing issues that I have at the back of my mind. And then again, if we could have a table or this material is made available to us for us to consult so we can answer our prospects when they ask us, I truly would appreciate it. Thank you.
Anka, I think that is a very good point that you raise, dosage requirement and for different conditions. In your first case, just now, if I'm not mistaken, it's glaucoma, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
In that case, we consider a critical condition in terms of the body. So if you're trying to look at gaining the effects of a crystal cell at its optimum, then the requirement is suggested as 2 a day and 1 snowfield in the afternoon. However, you're right by saying that we should design something, and it's not hard to design that, to design the requirement dosage based on the different diseases. Maybe we can start with high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, then we can go to diabetes and so on and so forth. Now, in your second question, a second prospect for people who are, for ladies who are pregnant, now, crystal cell and snowfield are what we call as immunomodulatory. Immunomodulatory, which means it only activates the immune system. They cannot create anything negative to your body. It's basically taking very high nutrient food that you're eating. Now, if you look about 50, 60 years ago to our grandparents, they had food in the most nutritional form. Therefore, their body had all the compounds they get. But now, since with our lifestyle and the food that we eat, we're losing so many high-value compounds. So in short, consuming crystal cell and snowfield while being pregnant is very, very, very safe, right? Now, but because the demands of being pregnant is high, and they have other supplements to take, actually the doctor will prescribe folate, calcium, and so on, then it is advisable to take 1 session in the morning and 1 session in the morning and 1 snowfield in the afternoon. So it is very safe. And if you think about dosage, you can stick with the 1+1 dosage of for people who are pregnant, right? But again, these case review studies for people who have a certain disease, we've seen them take 2 in the morning, 2 in the night for different cases. So what we can do is probably put a table out for the business leaders to follow, or probably have a guide that you can do as a guide, right? But in terms of safety, it does not do any harm to the body. It's like having very high nutrient food. Is that okay, Anka?
Good, I'm good. I'm good with it. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Doctor. And I think there's another question for you. Thank you, Leader Anka. And there's another question for you, I think from Adi Tutu Olukbenga. Can you unmute and turn on your camera before you ask Doctor the questions? Yeah, hi.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
This has been an awesome presentation. And for this, we are grateful to you for bringing our scientists this evening. I just want to ask a question. Though we talked about crystal cell this evening, but I've had cause to engage some people who have diabetes, and they will tell you that they are not able to take some of the berries or the grapes, you know, that because of their condition, they are not able to consume our product because it contains, you know, grapes. So I want to ask Doctor, what do you have to say about this? You know, regarding to people with diabetes who cannot take certain fruits. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditutu. This is amazing. I should come more often for these talks, actually, rather than you invited me. Maybe I just sit down. So, okay, let me start off with this. when they eat grapes, grapes contains sucrose. Sugar is sweet, right? Now, and that sucrose is going to go into your body and stimulate the pancreas to produce insulin. And if you do not have enough insulin, your blood sugar is going to go high. Right? Are we okay with that, Kat? So I eat grapes or apple is sweet, mango, apple, sugar, whatever. The sugar in the fruit is going to stimulate my pancreas, and you will need to increase the insulin level so you can bring down your blood glucose level. But if your pancreas is not producing enough of it, you cannot reduce the glucose level in your body. That becomes diabetes. It's right for them to say, oh, I cannot eat fruits. I have to control my amount of fruits because my sugar level is very, very high. However, crystal cell has products or compounds taken out from the plant stem cell of grapes, taken out from the plant stem cell of apple, which does not contain sucrose. So inside, now imagine, imagine this is my grapes. Okay, this is my grapes. It has sucrose, it has resveratrol, it has anthocyanins, it has different compounds. Now, instead of me consuming this and taking the sucrose, I've left the sucrose away. That is going to trigger your blood glucose level, and I've taken all the other nutrients that can help your cell performance. So technically, we are giving diabetes patient a miracle to let the pancreas achieve a certain optimum performance so that they can help to bring down the glucose level. So it is not the same as eating fruits, because fruits have, consuming fruits directly has sucrose in it. Whereas crystal cell has natural compounds isolated from the plant stem cell and not the sucrose. So if anybody who wants to get the benefit of grapes and apples without increasing their blood glucose level is to take crystal cells. So remember, there's no naturally occurring sucrose from plants in crystal cells.
Right. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, and thank you for your question, Lida. And I think there's another question here. Manal Mohammed, can you unmute and turn on your camera? And then you can proceed with your question. Yeah, you can speak now.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I have no question actually, but I think it's my only chance to thank you and thank Doctor for the amazing information that we got today. This is what we have been looking for a long time. So it's like, oh my God, from the first moment of the lecture, mashallah, alhamdulillah, is very, very nice and very effective. Thank you for all these informations, and no words can be enough actually for our happiness to have this information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lida Manal. Thank you. Okay, we've got another question from Lida Esutab, Nigeria, is it? Can you unmute and turn on your camera if you have a question?
Good day, everyone.
Are you able to turn on your camera, Lida?
Okay.
Yeah, you can speak. You can speak. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can see you now. We can hear you. We can see you.
Okay. Okay.
Please go ahead with the question.
My question is this. Yeah, can someone with a low BP take double stem cell or crystal cell? Is it safe or good for someone with low BP to take crystal cell? Because I have a client who is on double stem cell, but has been ICU past 3 days and her pressure has dropped to 2/50 this month.
Your signal is bad, so perhaps you can repeat the question. Can you repeat the question? Your line is breaking, so we can't hear you in full. Can you repeat the question?
So is it better now?
Yeah, it's breaking. We heard you saying that someone has low blood pressure, low
Okay,
BP.
my question is, yeah, so her BP is, it has dropped. Is it safe continue?
I think I get the gist of the question. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So crystal cell is safe to consume for any disease because it's high value nutrient that helps your cell perform better. Now, in the case of low BP, the question is not is it safe, but the question is how can crystal cell help this particular patient? What can crystal cell do? Now, if you remember my talk about the different stages, the stage 1 is anti-inflammation, providing the high value nutrient. Stage 2, you're moving to increase the stimulation of your human stem cell, and stage 3 is to prevent diseases. Now, with someone with low BP, what is happening in the body is their inflammation will be very, very high. Their your cell performance will be very, very low because there is not enough nutrient going to every part of the body and nutrient. So technically, someone with low BP will need to have some kind of help or support for the tissue or cells to increase its performance. You cannot just rely on the human system by itself. So by taking crystal cells, you are actually helping the patient to help every organ in the body to perform at an increased level. So technically, this nutrient that that they take directly under the tongue, that can help them actually reduce inflammation in the cell and tissue, they can actually increase the performance. So the question that you got to ask, or you got to explain to your client in terms of what crystal cell can do for you in the particular condition of the patient. It is very, very safe. It is not going to trigger anything else with the disease or the high blood pressure. It is something that is known to only increase the efficiency of the human body. So someone with very low blood pressure or diabetes or so on and so forth, it is highly recommended to take crystal cell to help them with all the different organs in their body.
Right. Thank you, Doctor. I hope that explains the question to the leader Isutep earlier. I've got 5 people have raised their hands. So are you okay to answer these questions?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. So we'll go to leader Victoria. Victoria, can you unmute and turn on your camera and go ahead with your question?
Victoria from Canada.
Yes.
My concern is good this morning here to everyone. Yeah, thank you, doctor. My concern is we see some of our products on Amazon, and people asking, oh, it's cheaper there, and also how I want to know if it's the ones on Amazon, is it the same thing that we are selling? Doctor is producing for us. If you understand.
Yeah. Thank you, Victoria. Good morning to you. I think this I will leave it to Dr. Willie or Selvi.
Probably I'll get the in a bit I will invite Dr. Willie to talk about this. Leader Victoria, you got to stay on for a while because let's finish up the questions for Dr. Mohan before he leaves the session. Thank you so much for the questions. So I'll leave that for Dr. Willie later. Thank you. And now we have Leader Amira. I can see Obaid Asari. Just give me a moment. I'll just go in turns for the others and then come back to you. Leader Amira, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you, Sylvie? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm great.
Before Leader Amira, since I'm here, perhaps I may just answer Victoria. The question that he has brought up. Okay, thank you so much for bringing up these questions. Okay, my name is Datuk Willie, the CEO of PHYTOSCIENCE Malaysia. Okay, first of all, this is very important for you all to understand and how to overcome this situation. You see, when a company or the products, any products, branded products, any products, yeah, in the world, which is luxury products as well, there's always a copycat. Am I right to say that? Yeah. And everything when it's branded, when it's get well known, high demand in the market, because we are in 50 countries nowadays. So 13 years in the market. So definitely when there is high demand, there'll be a copycat. They will copy even exactly the same. Yeah. And also, if I'm not wrong, Jide from Nigeria also has shown when they took out the what we call the powder, the color is totally different. The packaging, it looks 100% the same. Nowadays, as you know, everyone can copy exactly the same, 100%. Okay, because of the technology. Yeah, but ingredients, it can be the same, similar. Yeah, it can be the color slightly different, or it can be very different. Yeah, so I want to share with you online, as I always, how we overcome these questions to all the members or to the prospect. You see, when it's popular, there's original and there's a fake product, what we call fake or imitation products. Yeah, definitely. Imitation product is much further cheaper, is confirmed. If example, if the market rate is $100, the fake product can be $20, $30. Yeah, because it's imitation. Any imitation goods as well. If it's luxurious, genuine is different price. Those imitation is different price, right? So, however, they may say Amazon, any online, yeah, not only Amazon, yeah, any online, because anyone can sell online. You must understand, yeah, we have also have our own advocates, our own lawyer as well. We are not able to stop all the online. Anyone can put in TikTok, it can put in any social media, Facebook page, especially if you are a competitor. It can be a competitor, it can be a fake product. We have no idea, because when a company getting more and more popular, where more competitors will come in, especially we are in this field. Yeah. So it's like example, if you don't like a company A, the market is selling $100, you can just put it, oh, I'm selling at $10 US. Can you do that? Yes, anyone can do that. Just example, any company, I don't like your company, I just put the same product, you are selling $100, and tonight, I can sell $10. I just put in a website. I can put in social media. I can put in anywhere. You cannot do anything because it's other people's platform. Yeah, we have checked on that. And that is a fake product. Or second, it can be a competitor. Yeah. So to confuse the market. So I urge to all the leaders and to all the partners, the most important with my experience in network marketing, coming to 20 years in this industry, there are a lot of people not successful, are still struggling. And some of you or some of them are enjoying, means successfully, has made more than $300,000, $500,000 or $1 million. Yeah. So they are moving the right planning and the right strategy. Network marketing is not how good you sell the product. When you start selling the product, that's where the price, or what we call a price war, yeah, it may affect it. More important is you share the value of the product, the value of the company. You sell your value, why you need to join my team. Example, what the value I can help you means to leverage your network, yeah, to help you together, and how to consume for free, yeah, and also how to build your network, yeah, build your network into internationally, and to create a passive income. And the beauty part, this business can be a legacy to pass down to the next generation. More important is how you're going to get for free product. Yeah, means get back your capital, and how you're going to generate your income from $1,000 to $2,000 US, $2,000 to $3,000 US every month. I think that is more important of zooming, building up your network instead of selling individual product. I know that some of you still selling individual products, means keep on selling. Yeah, everywhere you go, you just sell one product by itself. If you are doing retailing, it's very tiring. If you don't sell, no income. Yeah, this is very important. No selling, no income. Yeah, so at the end you get exhausted. So how you're going to create from active to passive income is to help to build, develop a team. Means behind, at the end you got a team. Okay, but at the end, as I said, yeah, you may lose some of the customer. They still want the cheap online, everything cheap, cheap, cheap. You just tell them everything you consume, there is a risk. It's up to you. Yeah, we can't do anything because it's your health. Is your health worth just $10 or $20? Yeah, so this is very important question. So mine, I guarantee is original 100%. Yeah, 100% quality from PHYTOSCIENCE Malaysia. Yeah, so doesn't mean cheap is good. Yeah, you always remember before you purchase online, everything you consume goes in. Yeah, once it goes in, we have no idea. Yeah, so at the end, it's up to your decision. But if you feel that you want to consume for free or you want to build as a business, I will guide you and you get the right original product. That is how you're going to handle the situation. Thank you. I'll pass back to the host.
Thank you, Dato' Willie. And can I confirm that the item that's being sold online in any platforms is not directly coming from PHYTOSCIENCE? Can I say that?
Definitely, because we are running.
So it's done by some individuals, on their own, and it's at their own risk. And please do not purchase from there because it is not from PHYTOSCIENCE company.
Yeah, and definitely it can be copycat. You get what I mean? There's a lot of different company or different countries. They are producing one of the best copycat in the world. Yeah. So if your product, any product is good, they are tomorrow within a month they can come out the same product, the same packaging. Okay. So it's happening, not necessarily in network marketing, in any traditional products, which I do not want to name, yeah, because it's in life, yeah. So
thank you, Dato'. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think I'll move on to the questions for Dr. Mohan. We've got Sonny from South Sudan. Sorry, Leader Sonny from South Sudan. Can you unmute yourself and turn on your camera?
I think Selvi, go to the Leader Amira first. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Leader Amira. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Just give me a minute, Leader Sonny. Yeah, Leader Amira. I almost overlooked. So sorry. Please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sylvie. I would like to thank Dr. Mohan for the wonderful lecture, and it was filled for very much valuable information. We have really gained a lot of information that we have been looking for quite some time. Actually, I have something, is a hope more than a question. It is to strengthen our message here in PHYTOSCIENCE. We need something like upcoming collaboration between PHYTOSCIENCE and UM labs or medical students to conduct medical researches on the effect of PHYTOSCIENCE products on certain disease, including clinical trials on patients. Another thing, and I think is also related to the first question, which is, will there be any studies to determine the accurate dosage of treatment based on specific diseases such as stroke, heart disease, arthritis, and others? That's my question for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Amira. I will share a little bit on what direction that we have picked for the products. You're absolutely right that we should start to look at the products scientifically and carry out clinical reviews. So what is in the pipeline is to carry out clinical case reviews, which means to say we will pick either patients or healthy people, and we will carry out the dosage that needs to be done. But we will start with very basic. We will not go into the critical illnesses. We'll go with the basic one. And what we will look at is serum markers. That means we will take the blood and we will study the before and the after, consuming crystal cells and snowfield. And we will take the urine sample as well. So we are looking at markers to see your cell, how different your cell is performing before and after. So what results you can see, we are hoping to start this research as soon as possible. And we will be running this test on several number of people to look at cell performance markers. That's number one. For the second one, for dosage one, we at the moment do not have any studies designed for it, but we can look into it because it's very, with critical illnesses, it's very complicated. There can be more than one cause of what causes it. And it's very hard to group patient with a similar, what we call as cause for the disease. So number one, yes, the first part of your question, surely, we are looking at running our own case review in a very formal setting in collaboration with University of Malaya. By right, PHYTOSCIENCE is already in collaboration with University of Malaya. I think Dr. Billy will announce that. At the moment, we are looking at higher level research in terms of that, and we will be running this case review study. Thank you, Amira.
Thank you, Dr. Mohan. And Leader Amira, I hope that answers your question. You need to unmute. You're
yes,
muted.
it does. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. Doctor, after I finish all this, I too have a question for you on this. So I will come back to that after I move on to this Leader Sony from South Sudan. Yeah, you can unmute and please go ahead with your question. It's good if you can turn on your camera. Yeah. Hello.
Okay. Hello. Thank you so much. I would like to thank the doctor for the wonderful presentation, very precise and detailed. Mine is more or less kind of like a hope because I talked to a patient who has diabetes and is diabetes type 1. And this patient has been told by the doctors that this has no cure and the patient will have to wait for his time. I tried explaining to the mother, the caretaker. She couldn't believe in me because I'm a lay person and she believed mostly in the doctor. So I said, let me try to ask this. If the doctor can explain, maybe I'll also relate, pass over the information to this lady to save the son's life. Can this crystal cell really help with the diabetic type 1, which was told, which was said that has no cure and this guy has to wait for his death?
Okay, thank you, Sony. Type 1 and type 2, crystal cell has shown to help with type 2, but type 1 is an genetic autoimmune disease. There is no cure for it. However, you must think that when someone has high blood sugar or diabetes, controlling it or regulating the sugar level is very, very important. And once you have very high blood or diabetes condition, your other organs will start to fail because they cannot reuse the glucose good enough to produce the energy. So in this case, crystal cells cannot reverse a type 1, but it can help with the running of the other organs and the tissue. So basically, you're going to help the patient stay strong, produce enough energy for it to carry out the regulation of his metabolism without any false promises. That's not what we do at PHYTOSCIENCE in Crystal. We do not give any false promises, and you cannot reverse a type 1, but you can help with the metabolism or regeneration of the other organs that you can help to support. So what a hope that can we give this patient based on the science of the product is, can we extend the lifespan of this person as long as possible? Can we keep its inflammation as low as possible that will create other complications? As you know, with diabetes, they tend to get other complications, liver, heart, and so on. So it's all about what are you approaching with the product. Now, in this case, I cannot approach crystal cell for diabetes type 1, but I can approach crystal cell for the longevity of the other tissue and organs in your body. Hopefully that answers your question. But we must remember, no reversing of type 1 here. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Leader Sony, for the question. All right. The next one, I think I'll move on to Leader Edith Davis from USA, can you unmute and turn on your camera, please? If you have a question, can you please unmute and you can proceed with your question. Leader Edith? Okay, I don't hear from him. I see another leader, Ifeanyi Kings. I can't pronounce your name. I don't know if that is the, can you unmute your?
Yes, I can unmute.
Ah, okay, right.
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'll go with the leader Edith. He's, yeah, she's come on line.
Yes.
Yeah. Please go ahead with your question. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much to our doctor, and thank you, Leader Selvie. So we are really grateful. We appreciate today. And this is really, really very informative, educative. We really appreciate it. This will go a long way to help us. All right. So my question is, can crystal cell, or let me put it this way. Yeah, crystal cell, how can this help somebody with a Bell palsy situation? My question to Dr. Yes, how can this help somebody with a Bell palsy condition?
I'm very sorry, I don't have any information for that. I can actually check for you, right? Very sorry about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, and thank you, Leader Edith. Thank you. And we'll move on to the next question. Ifeanyi Kings, can you unmute? I'm sorry, I think I'm pronouncing your name wrongly. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay, it's all right.
Right. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Doctor. Actually, I came in late, but what I have learned a lot from the time I came in. So I have a prospect who she undergo surgery from a kidney stone issue last 3 months. And they discovered that she had ulcer, jaundice, and the liver problem. So my question is, which of our products are we going to use to have a better result to her?
Okay, on the top of my mind, thank you very much. The top of my mind, I would think crystal cell and snowfield as at a high dosage. We'll consider this as critical because there is a certain level of a liver malfunction here. So I will say crystal cell and snowfield. But there is also, from the question that I'm getting here, I'm trying to think that there must be an angle where we can put all the different case reviews together in a database, and the leaders can actually key in the details and then see what's the best suggestion. So I think this is something that we can develop, just looking at the questions here. To answer you in short, is crystal cell and snowfield, and you will fall under the condition of chronic illness, which is 2 crystal cell in the morning. Sorry, 2. I think you got the correct. Is it 1 + 1? 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 snowfield in the night. So it's both crystal cell and snowfield together.
Right. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you, Doctor. Yeah. And thank you, Leader. Is that all? Yeah. So I'll move on to another question. Princess, Leader Princess from Zimbabwe. Yes, please unmute and go ahead with your question.
All right. Thank you so much, Selvie.
Thank you.
I am so super excited this evening, and I want to thank Dr. Mohani for being on the platform. Thank you for choosing him to come today and review everything else that we need to know. It has been a question that we've been asking many times, and we were not aware. Now it's so clear. It was an eye-opener session. And we would urge you, Selvie, maybe if we can have a series of meetings with him as we start the year, so that everyone else will have the knowledge of the product. And when we are going out there, 2025 will never be the same again. Allow me just to ask a question to Dr. Mohan. There is this question that many people normally ask us. They say, how do we have crystal cell interact with the human cells in order for them to form the therapeutic effects? And then the other question is, how do we have crystal cell help a person with cancer cells? Since crystal cell is like food to the human cells, don't we have cancer cells multiplying instead of reducing? How does crystal cell come into effect? If you could help us on that one. Thank you.
Okay, now this is for a scientist to get this kind of question. We are very, very happy. It's like, okay, now comes to our part. Okay, now it's a very good question. The first question is how the crystal cell, the components inside crystal cell, is absorbed into your cell and how it interacts with the human stem cell. The human cells and how it carries out the function. The second is similar, but now wouldn't it now increase the proliferation of my cancer cells? Right. Now, think about how you take your crystal cell. You're taking your crystal cell under your tongue.
Yeah.
Under your tongue, right? Now, that number one ensures that the absorption of crystal cell nutrients goes straight into your bloodstream, reaching all the organs that you need. Now, all our organs in our body will actually show signal of help. This signal of help is actually based on the inflammation marker. Let me give you an example. If my liver needs help or not functioning so well, it will release a signal. Now, the signal will tell the brain, oh, I need some help. I need this nutrient. Now, when I take crystal cell under my tongue and it goes straight into your blood, now the brain detects, oh, I have this nutrient that the liver will need. So this nutrient will be brought straight to the liver. Now, in the liver, it will go into the cell, and this nutrient will be interact with the nucleus of the cell, and if it's required by any parts of inside the cell to make it function better. So you must remember, the interaction is, crystal cell has molecules in a very, very small absorption manner that it can go straight. But the question is, how does it go to the right areas? So think about it. I'm going to repeat that. Goes into your bloodstream, the body detects, oh, there's now this nutrient here. Oh, the liver asked about that, so it transfers it straight there. This is actually called the homing effect. The body has something called the homing effect. It sends nutrient to wherever you need. So now it goes to your liver or any other different organs, it goes into your cell, then it says what the cell needs and then increases the cell metabolic performance. So think about it as eating something so good that it can increase your metabolic cells. But however, this we are avoiding the gut. So if you take it in your food thing, it goes through your stomach and goes, most of it will be used in your stomach. So we skip the part that it goes to the living cell. So it is a component required by the human cells that it can be interacted so fast inside and carry out its function. Now, second thing is cancer. Now, yes, the same thing is, wouldn't it accelerate my cancer? Cancer is accelerated by pure sugar, number one. All right. So if you are taking pure sugar, things like white bread, white rice, and so on, you can accelerate the cancer hormone. Anything that can increase the proliferation of the cell. But in the case of crystal cell, the nutrients that you have is to increase the performance of the cell. And similarly, they will increase the performance of what is called as immune cell called natural killer cells in your body. There's an immune cell in your body called natural killer cells. So the crystal cell now would then go to the natural killer cells to help it to fight this against cancer. So you shouldn't think that it's going to go to the cancer cell, but it's going to go to the immune system. Because when you have cancer, you're fighting two kids. So the cancer cell is growing, your immune cell is asking for help. Can you give me some help? I want to kill this cancer cell. So then your nutrient is taken by the natural killer cell. The name of the cell is NK cell, natural killer cell. So then these cells will absorb the nutrient and then start to go towards the cancer. So it's a matter of perception of what people think. Yes, theoretically, yes, you're going to extract. No, but the nutrient is taken by the immune cells in this case.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's so clear. Thank you. Be blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, and thank you, Leader Princess. And now we move on to another question. Ezisa from Uganda. Can you unmute and turn on your camera and proceed with your question?
Yes, please. The camera is refusing. Yes, I am Eseza, and I want to thank the doctor for the teaching. And my question is, there is a patient with elephantiasis. Can that be helped with stem cells? Because I talked to her and she said, oh, I have infection of Filaria worms, and they told me it cannot be cured. Kindly help to understand this issue. Thank you.
I'm very, very sorry. I don't have any answer on the top of my head. But what I can do is, Selvi, is it possible to take down, if there's a platform that I can get the concern of whatever disease and we can answer it offline? Is that possible, Selvi?
Yes, it is possible. We can make arrangements for
yes,
that. Yeah.
I have a team of scientists that can look through things and put the answers. I don't know how we can do it. Perhaps like an offline thing.
Yeah, I'll check with the admin
Okay,
and the
let me
office
come
how
in
we
over
can do
here.
that.
Let me come in over here. Selvi,
Dato'.
perhaps you may ask them to email to the company info@iphyto.com so that let the company handle that and they will communicate with Dr. Mohan.
Okay, all right. I will. Yeah. So if you for your questions that doctor is not able to answer on the spot right now, you could write into info@iphyto.com, and then the office, the admin will handle these questions for you, and probably this will be answered in the next session. Probably, Dato'. Maybe in the next session. Dr. Mohan comes in. Yeah, he can.
Yeah, I think first of all, once they email, let our customer service communicate with Dr. Mohan.
Okay.
Once we got the answer, then we'll reply back to her personally.
All right.
Yeah.
So I hope that clears. Yeah.
Yeah, it may take some time. Yeah, it may take some time, but at least there will be a response because technically we have to do some research on that. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Dato'. Thank you. And
Thank you.
Yeah, please write in to info@iphyto.com. Thank you. And Leader Obaid Asari, is there a question that you would like to ask Doctor?
Yes, I have a question, please.
All right.
Yes, so I think I want to appreciate Doctor once again. He's doing a very good job. I really appreciate it. The answers are very precise. You see that he has a lot of control. I really appreciate it. Now, on our website, you see that it looks like there's a document on almost every product, especially there are some documents there that explains, I don't know whether it's a composition or whatever. I thought it was a clinical trial. I wanted to ask about it, but in one of the response that doctor gave, it looks like there are not yet clinical trials for the products that we have. So I wanted to ask if he had actually seen those documents, because some of the doctors do ask that they want documented clinical trials. And for me, I thought those documents are those ones. If you look at them, they have detailed information about, looks like the composition of the product. If you had seen it, can you tell me the difference between that document and then a clinical trial? What was the difference, and how useful is that document to our work, or how beneficial will it be for the doctors that we sometimes meet?
Yep. Thank you very much. Very good. Okay, so the documents you see there is called clinical studies, which then looks at, for example, a particular component of crystal cell. Just say, for example, I'm taking out the microRNA. I'll just speak about it. There's microRNA found in plant stem cell. So what that study shows by Mibelle Biochemistry is microRNA can help to boost the human natural stem cells. So it is single components of crystal cell showing clinical studies. So what we are trying to achieve in 2025 is, for example, I take your blood before you consume crystal cell, right? I look at your markers of your cell performance. And then after 6 weeks or after 3 months and 6 months, I take your blood again and I see what has changed. So we are looking at crystal cell on a whole, every product on a whole. Whereas the paper, the journals that you see under the website is clinical studies for individual components of the product. So on a whole, we are trying to try to do something to convince people, to tell them how good it is. Because sometimes I understand from your point of view, there is miracles happening with the product, but we cannot scientifically or clinically show people the idea.
Yeah.
So yes, so there's two differences. One is clinical studies, what you see there that's been done by Mibelle Biochemistry. If not, we cannot put the product together itself. We cannot register the product. So we've done that. But now we want to take in scenarios where we're helping people with diabetes, scenarios where people to reduce the aging, scenarios with mothers who are always feeling tired. Yes, so those will be called, we cannot call them official clinical trials, but what we will call them is clinical case review studies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Thank you so much.
You.
I really appreciate it.
Thank
you.
Right. Thank you, Doctor. We'll take in one more question. Leader Charles from Charles Onanuka, can you unmute yourself? Yeah, and go ahead with your question.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry, I have to move away from grandchildren here making noise. I'm in the UK here. Thank you very much, Dr. Mohan, and the management of PHYTOSCIENCE. Really appreciate what you people have done so far and what you will still continue to do. I recently had prostate enlargement about a couple of weeks ago, and I started using Crystal Cell. And I was using 2 sachets 3 times a day. Thank God I could slightly afford it. And I was using Snowfield Forte 1 sachet a day, and Actual Plus 3 times a day. My surprise is the thing stopped so quickly. Is this how effective it works? Though I still intend to continue using it. But what do I expect, or what do I need to do? Like I said, I'm still using it until I go to the private clinic or the hospital to find out either it's still there or not. So that is one of my questions. Also, I've been using PHYTOSCIENCE product for a while now, and whenever I go to my GP, they usually ask, what am I using? How much am I getting them? Where am I getting them from? Are these expected questions that we should be revealing to the authorities here? Because I'm here in the UK, and it's part of the question that kept coming to my mind, that why are we not getting stockists in the UK? So I need to be careful, or I know Dr. Willito is also there. He has to answer this question as well. But my main concern at the moment is the prostate enlargement, then the stockist matter issue. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sylvie, as well, for the job you're doing.
Thank you, Leader Charles. Thank you.
Thank you.
Charles, I got a question for you.
Thank you.
Mr. Charles, I got a question for you.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Which football team do you support?
Arsenal.
I'm a Liverpool fan, so probably I will not be answering your question today. Right. Okay. I'm very sorry to hear about your prostate enlargement, but I'm happy to hear that you're taking CC at a very high dosage. And in this case, you are trying to reboot a tissue in your organ. And by taking Crystal Cell continuously, you are pushing for repair and regeneration of your tissue. And because you took it early, right, you are going to repair this prostate and see that it doesn't go down by causing any other problems. So my suggestion is to continue taking them, continue taking Crystal Cell while following whatever the GP doctors has been telling you to do. But please continue taking them, because you will, like in your case, what are you trying to achieve with Crystal Cell and Snowfield is to repair and regenerate your prostate tissue. That's what you're trying to achieve. So you want to continue taking them. Also, you want to continue taking Crystal Cell and Snowfield because you're an Arsenal fan I'm very sorry you haven't won any title. And you're a grandparent, so you really need your crystals.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leader
For the
Charles.
second question, I think
Dr. Willie will answer. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you, Dr. Mohan. And I
okay,
think
sure.
we need to
Yeah.
I think stop for the questions now, and
Yeah.
because we are almost
Yeah,
at
Selvi,
nearing the
let me answer.
but I've got
Charles,
two questions to ask Dr. Mohan to clarify. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I do that
before
now?
that,
Or?
before that, let me answer this Charles from UK. Thank you so much for bringing up amazing question. Yeah, when and especially for the country stockists in UK. Congratulations, first of all, to UK. I know that some of you are doing very well because we have a criteria. First of all, you see, for any country stockist, anyone can apply, just for informations. But there are certain criteria for you to apply. Even you yourself, Charles, you can apply. Anyone. First criteria, they must reach a diamond rank. Because a diamond rank means you make more than 30,000 US dollar. Why is it so? Because you need to have your own network. We do not want to have a country stockist without network and after 6 months shut down or complaining sales getting less or not much sales, you know, so which is not healthy. So our SOP from our company, we have a certain criteria. Anyone must reach a diamond rank before they can apply a country stockist in not only in UK, in any part of the country. Okay, any part of the country which is not official launch. Yeah. It's good. Thanks so much for your sharing your personal testimonial. Yeah. Where it helps improving. Yeah. Just continue until you get the result. You see, and I think my answer to your question. Yeah. So go for diamond. And since this year is a good year because 21st September 2025, company PHYTOSCIENCE, we are having a grand recognition in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. And good news is Dr. Fred Zulli, world-renowned scientist, CEO of Mibelle Biochemistry, will be joining us together. Then also 20th of September, whoever are coming down to Malaysia, also we are having some training and also we high tea with Dr. Fred Zulli on the 20th of September. I hope and wish everyone could join us and bring more of your new members and partners to Malaysia. Yeah, so it's a great opportunity. Not only meeting us, myself or co-founder, and also you'll be meeting together with the CEO of Mibelle Biochemistry, Dr. Fred Zulli. Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime. So I urge everyone, since you know the date and the month, you could book your flight ticket 6 months before so that you can get a cheaper rates as well. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully I will see all of you in Malaysia soon. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Wilito. You have to thank Slexia in Nigeria for me as well. She's doing very, very wonderfully well.
Wow,
she's
amazing.
putting so
Yeah,
much. She encouraged me. Yeah, and she's been doing it every time.
Wow,
Please,
amazing. Yeah,
credit to her.
Slexia is an amazing iron lady in Nigeria. Congratulations to you, Slexia. Yeah. So that should be the way. So I hope that every one of you in the Zoom heard what is Slexia in Nigeria is doing. Yeah, because Charles is in UK, it's far away. So whenever you recruit or you build, you got any new network far away from you, you must always keep on encouraging, keep on contacting, because network marketing is all about relationship. So congratulations, is in the right way. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank
you.
you.
So I may pass back to our host, Selvi.
Yeah. Thank you, Dato, and thank you, Leader Charles. Thank you very much for your question. Yeah. Thank you, Dato. Dr. Mohan, I have two questions before we wrap up. I just wanted to clarify on this. I think this is, a lot of us have this confusion. My first question would be, what is the maximum amount of stem cell, as in the sachet that we have? What's the maximum amount that we can go up to? Assuming if the person is like, say, having some health issues, so you might want to give a higher dose, right? So what's the maximum they can go up to?
Okay, so there is no maximum amount that you can go. That what you mean, like after it will become not safe. It's not that. It's just that it is an amount until in which that the body cannot take in and use anymore. Then it'll be wasted. Like for example, if I take 5-6 sachet a day, sorry, more than 5-6 sachet a day, then sometimes it could be if my immune system is very strong, if my performance, my self-performance is very, very high, then in my case, taking 2 or 3 may go to a waste to the body. It just be gone off. So it's not about being maximum and not safe, but it's about taking enough or the right dosage. And that's very immune system dependent, because sometimes I may have a very low cell performance or cell metabolic performance, and I need to take more. So it's very subjective in that case. But in every case, we've seen people taking right up to 4 sachets, 6 sachets, different 2 to 2 as well. And there is none that is going to cause where, oh, there's a certain point and then it becomes negative.
So there's no like, it's unsafe to take this much. Okay.
It's just wasting it. Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying on that. And then my other question would be, there's this thing about plant cells do not multiply as versus to human stem cells and animal stem cells, right? So can you clarify on that?
Okay. Is it multiplying inside the body you're asking, or outside?
Yes, inside the body.
Okay. So first of all, we are not consuming live plant stem cells. We're consuming the extracts in it. But the very important connection here is crystal cell components that come from the plant stem cell is needed by the human stem cell inside your body to make sure they are maintained. So in a human body, you need to make sure you have the naturally occurring stem cell in your body, your own stem cell. That means it's your own stem cell to maintain over time. So what is shown now or proven is crystal cell helps to boost this natural stem cell in your body. And what is regenerating or proliferating or growing is the human stem cell. Plant stem cell is food to them.
Okay, so it's basically to repair your stem cells and keep it healthy. That's right. Am I saying it right?
Yes, and keep it as long as possible in your body.
So it doesn't multiply as in human stem cells, right?
No.
It does not. Okay, because some people have this confusion. Yeah, and I guess you were talking about the autoimmune system. So there's not much done on this stem cells and autoimmune system, autoimmune disease. Sorry, autoimmune disease. Yeah, there's not much research done on this.
So for autoimmune disease, it's a very complicated disease that may have multiple factors causing the disease. So there is no evidence to say, oh, one component of crystal cell is going to just reverse that or help with autoimmune disease. However, people with autoimmune disease have high levels of inflammation. They have low levels of cell metabolic performance. So our question here is, why not use crystal cell to help the surrounding conditions, surrounding problems that come from autoimmune, rather than focus on the autoimmune. So you must always think, what am I using crystal cells for? In the case of Charles, we are using crystal cells to regenerate his prostate. In the case of the high blood pressure, we're using it to increase the cell metabolic performance. So the usage of crystal cell is very unique to what the body is. It's technically giving food of thought to whoever that needs it in the body. So in autoimmune disease, crystal cell is not going to reverse the autoimmune disease, but it can suppress the inflammation so low that this autoimmune disease will be as low as possible.
Okay, right. I got it right. Yeah. I hope many of us have benefited from all the questions and the answers. And heartfelt thanks to you, Dr. Mohan, for staying up for so long and answering all our questions. I think many of us have benefited, and we really love to have you again in our session. And I'm sure there are many of us will still have a lot of questions to ask you, and there will be some testimonies as well. So maybe we can share in the next session. Right. Thank you, Dr. Mohan, for staying with us. And leaders, please give Dr. Mohan some lovely reactions to say thank you for staying on for 2 hours with us. Yeah. Show him some love. Show him some love. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Right. Thank you. And Dr. Mohan, just stay on a bit because we have lucky draw. Right. So I need to get the numbers from you for the lucky draw. Please stay on. And
okay, sure.
We have both Datuk Willie and Mr. Francis Tan. Do you want to say a few words, because we are exactly at 1 a.m. now. It's almost the time to end the session. So, but do you have anything to say very quickly, Datuk Willie and or Mr. Francis Tan, our corporate advisor?
I think you pass to Mr. Francis. Yeah.
Okay.
Say one, two words.
Mr. Tan, you want to say a few words? But it has to be
Okay.
very short, because I'm holding on Mr. Mohan now for the numbers for the lucky draw. So
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope PHYTOSCIENCE trend makers are fine tonight. Okay. And of course, this is a normal routines of the Sunday Zooms. Through the lens, we share our professionalisms, our entrepreneurships, and business and facts. Yeah. I think appreciate very much Dr. Mohan. I know him not long ago, but I think he is a very professional scientist, a man with a purpose, okay? A man of disciplines and a man of many talents as well. Yeah. Today is a great blessing that we can have him, and we appreciate very much. Yeah. Allow us to gain and to grow our knowledge in great depth through his advocating, paintings, how the importance of stem cells can help humans and in our health generally. Yeah. Of course, he is from the same university like I do, okay, but he is a scientist. We are the boisterous, okay. But tonight we share something. We are in MLM, and it is good to invite him to be in this Zoom. As a scientist say a words more than 1,000 of actions, yeah, and that can solve all our answer, yeah. Of course, certain of the sickness, I believe he will update you. He try as much as his way possible to get back to you, yeah. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take 1 more minute to ask a question here, yeah. And I have said this before, yeah. How many companies that can engage scientists and doctor working together like PHYTOSCIENCE? There's not many. And tonight, you have talks and you have asked the question freely with a scientist, yeah? So this is the company which is very much different. You can realize on, yeah? So we have a good strength to grow our business together, collaborating with all the PHYTOSCIENCE trend maker worldwide, okay? I think this is a good start for the year 2025, yeah? Of course, the company of PHYTOSCIENCE, we have a very strong support from our co-founder, Puan Sri Elatan, Dato' Wilito, our CEO, yeah? And of course, with Dr. Mohan as well. And I'm sure you all know that actually we have a wonderful marketing plans, a wonderful products, yeah? So you also know about the actual financial strengths and management skill of PHYTOSCIENCE. And this is the company, the trustworthy of the company, yeah? And we'll give you the professional support, yeah? And the company is very transparent and very ethical as well, yeah? So we hope through all this kind of support will grow your knowledge, will grow your skill, yeah? For your future of the business, yeah? So, ladies and gentlemen, promote ourselves. It is the PHYTOSCIENCE, the only company which are seriously and a pioneer in the stem cell. Yeah, even you can get a cheaper products online. That is a fact product. But I tell you, simple. Tell whoever have doubts on this. We are focusing to grow the business. We are looking at the marketing plan. When you register and you buy the product from PHYTOSCIENCE, the headquarters will register in the computer system that you are getting the original products from Norway, but your products are from PHYTOSCIENCE, and this is absolute genuine products in the market. Yeah. So let's focus on the marketing plan, which will bring a good future to us. Okay. And that can motivate us. Yeah. So I don't have much time to talk, but I have one question to ask Dr. Mohan. Yeah. Why you join PHYTOSCIENCE? And back to you, Sevi, and let Dr. Mohan answer the question. Yeah, I cannot join, but if I can join, I see why it is important. Let me share with you here. Because while you are doing your business, even I'm an engineer or Dr. Mohan is a scientist, we cannot duplicate and accumulate our business. It's only PhytoScience MLM business can give us the opportunities, and that is the index to make us to be successful in the future. Thank you so much, Sevi. And my question to Mohan is why you join PhytoScience. Let's hear what he say. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tan. Thank you, Mr. Tan. Thank you. As always, very inspiring talk. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So Francis always puts me like this on the spot, asking me something from the time I'm known. Okay, there's several reasons. Several reasons. On the top of it is because I like Dato' Willy very, very much.
We all love him too.
So I will leave it as it is there at the time. Maybe you will follow me in my next talk. If I'm invited to give a talk, I will share a few more reasons why I joined. On the top of the list is because I like Dr. Willy very much. He did not, when he spoke to me, I could find someone not giving up on me for everything that I was saying. So that's the top reason. Thank you very much, Dr. Willy. Thank you, Francis.
Thank you, Dr. Mohan. Thank you. In fact, I'm doing the hosting here is also because of him. He's an amazing human being, and so is Mr. Tan and this Puan Sri Ella Tan as well. Yeah. Okay. Now we have to move on to the lucky draw. I'm so sorry, and I'm sorry for those of you who had questions. I have to stop over here for the questions because we are running short of time. And please save your questions for the next session, and promise me that we'll have always more than 200, 300 participants, and Dr. Mohan will be extremely happy to come back again and share more information with us, right? Then you can also ask your questions during that session. Right, so Dr. Mohan, we need 5 numbers from you. Eliana, are we ready?
Yeah, before that, Selvi, just say one word, yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, so sorry, I think. First of all, very good night, good morning, and good afternoon, evening to all of you. Truly, from my bottom of my heart, I would like to thank our scientists, Dr. GOKULA, Mohan, amazing presentations and all the questions and answers. Am I right to say that? Shall we give a big reactions to Dr. Mohan? Can everyone put more reaction? Last reaction for tonight. Reaction. Show our love, so that the next Zoom, we will arrange. Would you like to hear again from Dr. Mohan? Yes or no? So definitely tonight we need to have more reaction, so that we will arrange together when will be the next Zoom, the next session. Okay. So truly appreciate Dr. Mohan, amazing, and all the questions from every part of the world, not in Malaysia, but every part of the world. Thank you so much. And also we have some professions in the Zoom as well. Thank you for joining us and asking all the questions. I believe you all get all the answers. Yeah. Truly appreciate. Yeah. So let us move forward, and we will see you in Malaysia soon. Thank you so much once again. And I'll pass back to Selvi for lucky draw.
Thank you, Dato'. Thank you. Please stay on. I need to get some numbers from you. We're coming to the lucky draw. I don't know who's going to be the 10 lucky one this week. Dr. Mohan, can we have 5 numbers from you? Perhaps you can give me, let me tell you, it's from number 1 to 201. Perhaps you can give me 4 numbers. 4 numbers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I will go with 8. 28. 51. 88.
Okay, 4 numbers. Thank you very much. And Mr. Tan, can I have 3 numbers from you? You need to unmute, Mr. Tan.
Okay. Yeah. Number 7.
Number 7.
Number 89.
89.
And 200.
200.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tan. And Dato', can I have 3 numbers from you?
155.
155.
188.
188.
203.
203. Okay, thank you, Dato'. Eliana, can you announce the winners, please?
Hello, can you hear my voice?
Yes, dear. A bit louder. Increase your volume. Yeah, can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, for the winner for lucky draw is Number 8 is Afolabi Janet from Nigeria. 28 is Bikizela Nkala from Zimbabwe. 51 is Sandra from Uganda. 88 is Dr. Toraya Muhammad from Yemen. Number 7 is Eunice from Namibia. 89 Ismail Hussein from Saudi Arabia. 200 is Lizzie from UK. 155 is M. Jen from Mauritius Island. 188 is Tommy from Malaysia. And 203 is Zura from Malaysia. Congratulations.
Okay. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. And congratulations to all the winners. Please get in touch with your respective uplines, yeah, if you do not know how to claim your prizes. Right. Before we conclude today's meeting, on behalf of PHYTOSCIENCE International, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks and appreciation to our VIP, Dr. GOKULA Mohan, for his amazing sharing on the stem cell that we all needed so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Doctor. And at the same time, on behalf of all the leaders, I would like to take a moment to express my sincere thanks to the management of PHYTOSCIENCE for their efforts to continuously find ways to improve our Zoom sessions, to help support leaders all over the world, to understand the products better, and also the marketing plan. I hope these changes would enhance our understanding on the products and empower us to carry out the business more effectively. Thank you, PHYTOSCIENCE. Thank you, Mr. Tan, and thank you, Dr. Willie. Right, so now you know that Dr. Mohan has endorsed stem cell, crystal cell product here in PHYTOSCIENCE and Snowfield Forte. So now we know there is no point, at this point, there's no need to doubt anymore. So you can sign up as a member and start building your team, right? Because PHYTOSCIENCE offers this best opportunity to not only achieve financial freedom, but also the chance to help make people's life different. You know, we can help people with the health challenges and also build an income, right? So good night, everyone. I hope you had a fruitful session today. And it was a pleasure to be a host for today. And I look forward to seeing you next week with more new things. Yeah, wish you a productive week ahead. Thank you very much and good night, everyone.
We are the trend maker.
Thank you.
We are the trend maker.
We are the trend makers.
We are the trend makers.
We are the trend makers.
Bye-bye.
From
Cameroon.
Chinese New
We
Year.
are the trend
makers.
Bye.
We are the trend maker.
We are the trend makers.
Thank you very much. We are the trend makers.
We are the trend maker.
We are the trend
makers.
Namibia.
Mr. Charles from UK.
Thank you, doctor.
We are the trend makers. We are the
We are
trend
the
makers.
maker. You're from Uganda. Well done.
Mary G from Nigeria. Thank you. Bye.
Victoria from Canada.
From Malaysia.
We are the trend makers.
Namibia.
From Canada.
From Philippines.
We are the trend makers. Rose from Kenya.
Are the trend maker.
We are the trend maker from United States of America.
Uganda.
We are the trend maker.
We are the from